Good afternoon, everybody. I want to touch on a couple of things about what's going on again. Like, I think I talked about something like this in my previous videos about distractions. If y'all didn't see that video called Distractions, you might want to go check that out. That way you'll know exactly what I was talking about. But I want to talk about all this stuff that they got going on once again. I know y'all been looking at the import strikes about the food. Certain foods is not going to be on the shelf due to people on strike. But my question is, are they being paid to go on strike? Or are they going on strike because they're not getting paid? Because one thing you gotta realize when it comes to America, is always a lie somewhere in there. Like, it's always some foolishness or some kind of, my magic word, fear mongering. So is this another thing for us to go out and buy like a whole bunch of food because no food is going to be left? And I'm more than sure it's going to be some people who go and run to the store like there's a freaking hurricane coming again and try to buy up everything on the shelf because the food is going to be short. And then right after that happens, you know what's going to happen next? The food prices are going to skyrocket because they're going to feel like, oh, well, we don't have this no more on the shelf, so we don't have that no more on the shelf, but we do have it. It's just going to cost you a fortune to get it. That's my thing about it. And then I'm already looking at something on the internet talking about food prices skyrocketing. And keep in mind, you got the holidays coming. You got Thanksgiving coming, you got Christmas, and people always have big events and big meals on those holidays now. They've been threatening the food shortages, but the food shortages some of it is intentional and some of it is not, due to things like climate change and things of that nature. Not to mention Bill Gates that's buying up all the farmland. People want to wonder what that's about. That's for to control you, because if I can control the food and I control the water, I control the people. And like I'm currently reading this book called Guns and Butter, and they really use food and water as a weapon. As a weapon, because you got to think about it. If you go in the store and there's no food and water in there, that's gonna cause a real panic. And people do a lot of things when they are really terrified and scared. So that could be one of the worst fear tactics ever, to take all the food off the shelves, or even somewhat almost all of it off the shelves, because then you're gonna have people fighting over food. You know, it could be complete pandemonium everywhere. So let's hope that doesn't happen, because if it does, even me myself, I'm not even prepared for that. But that's what it's mostly the people who has a lot of money will be the ones that have and go buy up all the food. And it's not going to leave nothing for you on the shelf. I noticed that when I noticed that for the hurricane preparedness. When I walked in the store and everything was gone, like nobody was thinking about nobody else. Especially the water. They ain't had a case, so they didn't even leave a bottle of water on the shelf. They took everything off the shelf. So that's the American way of thinking, is all for self and self for all. That's it. And that's just the way it is here for some crazy reason. Like, everybody here is, majority, especially the ones that have a lot of money, selfish, and even look at you real crazy. So yeah, so then we got the Diddy thing still taking place. About, now they're saying that he's on a hunger strike or something like that. He's scared to eat due to poisoning. But which reminds me of a something that happened with Dr. Sebi as well. Well, they wasn't giving Dr. Sebi no food at all, but Dr. Sebi didn't really eat certain kind of foods anyway. And keep in mind, Dr. Sebi wasn't a man that was that was broke or in poverty, they made it look like that man was broke and in poverty. And I think they really starved him to death. Like, they really starved this man in jail and killed this man. Now, Puff Daddy is nowhere near God sent like Dr. Sebi was. Dr. Sebi was another form of a Jesus. And we all know what happened with Jesus in the Bible stories. So, and Jesus was not, if this the truth, like from what I'm understanding, Jesus was not hung on a cross. He was hung on a tree. So people might get mad at me about saying that, but it's supposed to be the real story about Jesus. It was actually hung from a tree and not from a cross. Like Dick Gregory said, if he was hung from a chair, then everybody would have chairs around their necks instead of crucifixes. I just thought I would share that with y'all right quick. A moment with my boy Dick Gregory, man. Rest in peace, Dick Gregory, man. Miss you, love you, man. Learned a lot from you. Wish I could have met you. But he really taught me how to see through things, especially on the news, how I could just watch the news and dissect a lot of things that's going on. Like, a lot of people watch the news and they panic. Me, I watch the news just so I can see what kind of evil plot or plan or what kind of fear that they're trying to put on the people again. Same thing with the viruses. You got the COVID virus, and there's so many strains of this virus I can't even keep up. But they're using the word virus instead of using the word plagues. See, they should be saying, "Oh, this is another plague," but they're not saying plague. They're using the word virus. See what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to have nothing to do with the Bible and the true telling of the revelations about what's going on, living in the last days. Everything that's going on right now. Right now is revelations. It's all prophecy. So they're gonna use words to throw you off, like viruses and what's the other? Yeah, flu and all that, instead of using the word plagues. Like, that's the last thing they're gonna say. Is anything pertaining to the Bible, they will not speak about it, if you notice it. They're not talking about all the fires that's going on. California is burning to the ground. Like, it's burning to the ground and just falling in the damn ocean. So, two things is happening in California right now, what they're not even talking about. They're not really showing out on the news about the fires. They're not really talking about the coastal erosion, how everything is falling into the sea. They're not talking about none of that. But nothing new is under the sun. Everything that's happening now didn't happen before. People don't want to believe that, but it's the truth. Like, man then destroyed themselves before, and he gonna destroy himself once again, because he's too greedy, selfish, don't want to share nothing. They want it all. And like Mark from Anaheim said, shout out to Mark from Anaheim as well, money then became our God. And that is so true when he said that, because we need money for everything. And the minute you don't have money, if you notice your mood, you can't go buy nothing, man, it drives you insane. It's like you crazy. It's like breathing. You need it. Like, I think money is like a drug to us too, especially for the ones that don't have it and just want it so bad. But the thing with money is that I think you should try to control your urges with money. Like, don't worry about it if you don't have it. Like, just don't worry about it, because when you worry about not having it, it makes you crazy, because you're just about to do anything to get it. So it's almost like a drug habit. To be honest, money could be like a drug habit to you as well, if you don't have the mental capacity to handle not having no money, or so now me, look here, man, take it here, look, whatever I gotta do. Because if you have that attitude about not worrying about money, then you'll probably always have money. But if you don't, if you not having it scares you, then it's gonna always control you, man. It's gonna always control you. It's gonna self-consume you as well, while you're worried about not having it, man. So just don't worry about it, man. It's more important things to worry about, like your overall health, breathing, what else? so many other things you can be worried about besides worrying about money all the time. And that was me. Like, all the books I have in the house is based on money. It's like, America really taught me how to be greedy. Like, it showed me how to be greedy. Every book in my house is basically is about financial wealth, man. Which is like, it's not financial wealth is not the only thing that I need to be concerned about or worried about obtaining all the time, man. It's money that became our God. That's just the truth, man. The truth. Then on top of everything else, you got to worry about all kind of stuff on the news, man. I get tired of watching the news, man. Like I said again, only time I watch the news is when I'm dissecting it, trying to see what kind of new joke or fear they're trying to put on the people. Once again, man, it's the only time I watch the news. That's it. And God forbid social media posts something or you hear something on social media, it goes viral immediately. I'm talking goes viral immediately. But that's my little rant for the day. I'm not gonna take too much of you guys' time. I know y'all enjoying this Sunday. Whatever you're doing, hope it's productive. Hope you're not laying around a little too much. But I mean, if I was y'all and I was off today on the Sunday, I wouldn't be doing nothing either. I've been there, had my food cooked, sitting back, just watching some football. Just unplugging from the world and now pretty much not worried about anything, man. Just laying back, relaxing, meditating physically, not even meditating mentally, giving my mind a mental rest from all the BS I consume through the week. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yep. It's called relaxation. That's what it's called, man. All right, everybody. Just was giving y'all my little quick rant on this import food crisis that they about to skyrocket everything and make it look like it's about to be the end of the world, and the loaf of bread gonna be $15 a loaf, and you ain't better find no oranges. They already said fruit, you ain't gonna better find no fruit. So all you fruitarians out there, if all you eat is fruit and you walk in the store and there's no fruit, what you gonna eat? Because you limit yourself to eating that one thing. So just saying, like, always have some options. The body is insanely unique and could repair itself and pretty much could get used to anything that it eats that won't kill you. So enjoy y'all Sunday. Talk to you real soon, man. Y'all take care.